All rise.
It must be 8 a.m.
Boy, could we be any more on time? That's my best Chandler from Friends right there. All right, please be seated. Good morning and welcome to Mass for Sunday, May the 2nd, 2021. First off, a reading from the book of Bro, according to Mr. Bro Jangles.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
A bro is honor bound to accept all arm wrestling challenges.
Ooh.
You think you could beat me?
Check out that gun right there. Huh?
Ow, you know what? My elbow just popped. I don't even want to talk about that shoulder there. A bro never wears Crocs.
No.
And finally, this one is very important. I always save the most important one for third.
I'm going to lean in really close.
All right, hold on, because I can't see it. When a bro learns another bro has been in a traffic accident, they must first ask what condition the car is in.
Yeah. Is it totaled?
That sounds like you. Oh, and this has been a reading from the book of Bro.
I think that means steal third, doesn't it, right there?
I'm not sure. I missed the meeting this morning. All right. Condom sales. Condom sales have been in a slump during the pandemic as people sheltered at home and put their sex life on hold. But now, as more Americans are getting vaccinated, I got to tell you about something, and COVID-19 safety restrictions are loosening, condom makers are no longer having trouble getting their sales up. They can get it up. Really? Male condom sales increased 23.4% to $37 million during the 4 weeks ending April 18th compared to like a year ago.
Those are encouraging numbers.
Mm-hmm. There's a joke right now I could tell. But I just got an ESPN sports update. Breaking news.
Let me see if it's important.
And for more, let's go over to our correspondent in the field, Corvette Ronnie. Ronnie,
there's a wild scene at the iconic stadium, Manchester, right now. I don't know.
And I can't say that. Not something was given.
The fans stormed the pitch at Old Trafford ahead of Liverpool match in protest against Glazer ownership. This is breaking news.
Not to me, it isn't.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? Can we go to the room and say who's here?
Yes, please, because I need to get it up.
You were first in this morning.
I'm always first in.
Yeah,
this is just the first time I've noticed it.
You just happened to mention it. But of our fans, Kathy Garcia was first in. Thank you, Kathy. And then Randy, and then Rick. Jason is here. Melanie Dobson is here. Yes, got a good crowd already this morning. Let's see.
Okay, good. There we are. All right, I got it. Rick Clemenson is doing better, as I understand, and I'm happy to hear that. Also, Tisha McGrew is on the mend, and that's terrific.
Which is good news.
Jason says, I want to see a highlight. What does that mean? Maybe he wants to see you hand me shit through the screen.
Possibly.
Have you ever seen this? We've done it before, but not recently. What happens is Ronnie, through the magic of this little abyss right here between us, that abyss right there, somewhere along the lines, when Ronnie hands me something, it comes out different on my end every time. I don't understand.
It's bizarre.
You want to hand me something?
I got a couple things I could hand over there.
All right, let's just do one here, okay? And
right.
we'll intersperse them as there are awkward moments in our show.
I got some protein water here.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
It is. I think it's coconut pineapple.
Oh,
I'm not a big.
Two of my favorite.
I'm not a big fan of coconut.
All right, here.
I'm going to hand this over.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, nice upgrade.
That's weird.
Nice upgrade, bro.
You know what, though? I wouldn't get so excited because as I look at this, there's no wheels on this one.
Oh.
So you handed me
They're
useless
lost somewhere
in the abyss.
They're halfway between here
All right,
and
so thank
there
you
are those
for the wheelless skateboard. I'll just put it over here by the cat. Did I mention to you that my cat and her people, the cat appears on the show from time to time. And generally she sticks her butt in my face. And it's usually on camera. And she's here. She's right here laying in the chair. But she's changed her name from Whitey. I think it was at a necessity.
I think the times dictate that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So what is it now? What is?
She wants to be called. She wants to be called. What did you tell? Hold on. Let me check with her. White Claw.
White Claw.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. It goes back to her Native American roots a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Sled Neck is in
Sled
the room.
Neck just popped in.
Okay, good. Happy to hear that.
Yes.
All right. So we've seen
Sled Neck in the house.
Time for a viewer email. You know, from time to time we share these. Usually one of our viewers has some sort of a problem and they need some help. Or and Ronnie, this is the part that Ronnie loves. We sometimes have to play Judge Judy, right?
Oh, I'm good at that. I watch a lot of Judge Judy.
Well, you're sitting there. Are you ready?
Yes.
Dear Lou and Ronnie, this is kind of embarrassing. My husband...
This is my favorite part.
I know. And she does not bury the headline. She comes right out and says, my husband has started to pee with the door open over the past 6 months, and I'm starting to lose attraction to him as a result. He's a good-looking guy and a good husband, but this is a huge turnoff and a sign he's become way too comfortable in this relationship. When I joke that he's taking up this disturbing habit, he says, well, you've seen me naked for years, so what does it matter? How do I tell him this is an issue for me without hurting him? When she says that, does she mean slamming it in the door?
I'm not sure, but Jason wants to know if that's from Sasha by any chance.
Well, let's see. Was it disturbing? I want him to comfortable. Signed Sasha. Yeah, actually it is. You know what? This is a very subtle thing on this show this morning. I have my new chair out here.
That's right.
For the first time. My microphone keeps fading out.
Is it comfortable?
Time. Well, yes, for the most part. This is a chair that my wife got from her work. They were going to throw these chairs out.
Yep.
Perfect.
I know.
Right?
Yep.
So what I want to tell you is I finally found out not only is this handle right here on the chair, not only is it wobbly because it's broken.
Oh.
Ow. There we go. But watch this.
Oh, wow. That thing sits right up there.
Yeah, it just slowly but surely starts going down.
Okay.
So if you see my boxer briefs at any point during this show, please know that's because I'm standing up to adjust my chair. There's no adjustment to your TV or computer that needs to be done. It's me.
Well, at some point, the microphone might actually cover your face. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the view we'll have here in a little while.
All right. So we got a peer.
Yeah. So, you know what? Vicky and I have been married like decades, 3.5 decades. And I still 99% of the time just pee with the door closed. It just seems like it's common courtesy. It's not a habit you want to get into, of peeing with the door open. So
too late.
Somebody's got to have it. Jason, we have to have a heart-to-heart. You got to close the door.
Jason, you don't need to close the door. Seriously. You know, once you're sharing the same checking account, you crap with the door open as much as you want. So I guess we are split on this one.
We're torn a little bit. Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's what I would say to this person. I think that whatever the other person does is what you should do. In other words, if Sasha closes the door each and every time, then you should close the door each and every time. I do not have to close the door.
I think.
Where's Melanie Dodson?
Oh, she's here. She says I'm right, by the way, on this thing.
Okay, let me get back to that over there.
I think that if you want to put your point right out front, that when it's happening, you have to go over there and close the door yourself.
Oh, okay.
That puts it up here that when this person's around, I need to have the door closed. Hey, when you're at home alone, knock yourself out. Pee in the sink if you want to. But when there's somebody else in the house, especially if it's in the same room, I think common courtesy dictates. Oh, I said dictate. That you have to close the door.
Sledneck has the solution and the answer. If she sees you peeing, close the shower curtain.
Hey, pipes is pipes.
Oh, my God. You know, I think we'll end on that note. All right. Moving on to our next subject. And I have to say, before I introduce it, that this may be a sensitive topic for some.
Ooh. I don't like sensitive topics.
Well, this one is another one of those A, join the conversation sort of things, and B, you make the call. It's kind of a combination of those two things.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you this in storyteller fashion. Are you ready?
Yes.
The family of a Walmart worker who killed himself has filed a wrongful death lawsuit. So now, with this story, you think to yourself, who's at fault here, or is anyone? The suit, and be careful, there could be a plot twist here. The suit says the employee shouldn't have been able to buy a shotgun from the store where he worked. So right there, this is a Second Amendment issue, wouldn't you say?
A little bit, yeah. Well,
the right to bear arms?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not drawing a brass tacks here. That's what this issue is. Until we dig a little deeper in the well. The family of the Walmart maintenance worker also said Walmart was told M.A.S.S, that's the person, the employee, had depression. And he missed a few days because of it. Okay, so now we have a shotgun and a Second Amendment issue. And now we find that he has disclosed to his employer that he has this depression. So they know. The suit accuses Jacob M.A.S.'s manager of knowing the employee had said he wanted to kill himself. Do you think this is an invasion of privacy? Must you disclose to your employer that you have depression? Who's at fault here? The person that sold him the gun?
I mean, you can't. I'll tell you from my experience. When I was in patrol, when somebody tells you they want to commit suicide, they don't follow through 99% of the time.
They don't?
No,
Right,
they do
okay.
not. It's more of a, hey, I'm sad.
Come help me.
Help me out. Help me if you can. But they really don't want to follow through with it. But they are depressed. And depression is awful. So, I mean, it could be real. But 9+ times out of 10, it's a cry for help more than anything else. So, but I would say that once you've put somebody on notice and you told them that I want to commit suicide, and by the way, I'd like to buy a shotgun, then I wouldn't sell it to him.
Well,
I'd
what
say,
if he never disclosed that he had depression?
Yeah.
You would never know.
Hey, go to another Walmart and buy it, but I'm not selling you this shotgun.
But what about my Second Amendment right?
I think that in this case, you could probably, he could fight it for sure. But even with our pretty liberal Supreme Court here in California, and I don't know where this Walmart is, but I don't think that they would find this person or this store at fault for not selling the man a gun after he has outright told me that he is suicidal.
There you have it. Weigh in right now in our live chat or in the comments below if you're watching the replay of the show. We'd love to have you. When you comment in the replay, Ronnie and I generally get back to you rather quickly. And, you know, we started off the show with a pledge that we would respond to every single comment or email that we get. And I believe, you know, if I believe it to be true, and then it is. So go ahead and comment below or right now in the chat. We'd love to hear from you now. Also,
and maybe we should tell people what our Mantasy Draft is this week, so we can start getting some tips in the chat for who we might choose.
Surely we can do that as well. Let's toss that in. Ronnie, go ahead.
I'm going to throw it out right now because we're not quite halfway through yet. So this week's Mantasy Draft is best crew members or crew.
Cast member.
Cast members all time Saturday Night Live.
Well, okay, now I'm completely confused with that description.
Yes. So
this is best Saturday Night Live cast members of all time.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, of all time. Going back to the very beginning.
Absolutely. All inclusive. If you like somebody who's on that cast today, like Keenan, then obviously write it into our live chat. I have about 6 from which to choose, but maybe you've got one that I haven't considered.
I have way more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8. I have actually 9. I have one that I scratched off to make room for another one.
Oh, there's mine. Okay, I found them. I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got 6. Now, see, here's the thing. We've been around since the inception of Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Some of our viewers may not have been alive at that time. So
I remember watching it when it was funny. That's
what's perplexing is which direction should we go? With the truth? If I give the other side. Anyway, let us know right now in the live chat, okay? Who are the best Saturday Night Live cast members?
I think Kenan, is it Thompson?
Yeah.
I think he carries the show right now. He's definitely
been
very,
on,
very talented.
As
very
I understand it, he's been on the longest of any cast member now at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And funny, oh my God, yes.
His impressions are
on point.
I mean, priceless. They're priceless.
Okay, so that's coming up in the show. We're going to have our Mantasy Draft. And before I get to that, I wanted to mention Lay's potato chips. You can't eat those, can you?
Really?
No, you. Can you eat those?
Oh, no, okay. I can't.
All right.
No.
Lay's is releasing potato chips dusted with Doritos Cool Ranch flavoring.
Ooh. I might have to break out. I could probably eat just one.
The chips are listed on Target's website, which means they're for sale right now. Each 7.75 ounce bag retails for $3.59. That's competitive. I mean, that's what all chips go for.
Absolutely. Yep.
Check this out. In addition to the Doritos Cool Ranch, look for Cheetos cheese flavored.
Dang.
And Funyun onion flavored chips very soon.
I love some Funyuns.
I thought you did. I knew I was going to hit a button there on one of them. Did you know that Disneyland opened yesterday? Reopened?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There were people walking down Main Street crying.
I bet.
Because they were so happy.
Because, I would say due to social media, I know that I have several of my friends who are maniacal Disney fans. And 2 of them, the parents of 2 children, are in Disneyland right now without the kids.
Oh, dang.
They're going back in the summer, but they're there right now for the first day of the reopening, just he and she.
Well, that's how you have fun anyway. It's more fun to go there just with 2 people and not have to, bend to the whim of every 6 persons that you have there. So
kids are a big pain in the ass, Ron.
They want to go ride all the dumb rides.
Why have them? When we went to Disneyland, we brought our kids, but we just stayed in one room.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The interesting thing was, every time I'd put a bowl outside the door for the kids, it would be gone. Almost immediately, they would eat it.
Strange.
I know.
Very strange. We did that too. We went to I don't know if you've ever heard of Residence Inn.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's where you get a kitchen.
Yes, you get a kitchen, and it also has like the bed. I'm sorry, the sofa turns into a bed, and then they have a little bonus room, and then upstairs it's like a 2-story suite.
Yeah.
And
upstairs. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
We had, I think we had 8 people there, if I'm not mistaken, in that room.
Dang.
No problem. I mean, 2 of them were small kids. My kids were very small at the time, but still plenty of room for everybody. The kitchen made it great. You go out and just go to a grocery store and buy some food, and there were pots and pans and plates and utensils. Oh, it's amazing.
For my money, a B&B now is the thing to do.
B&B is very popular. or of course like an Airbnb also.
We've gone to Fort Bragg 2 times in about the last, I don't know, maybe 7 years. And each time we had a B&B. And I have to tell you, that was the most comfortable, most easily arranged, convenient. Oh, man. And the second place we went to had a god-dang hot tub.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
All right, Disneyland. They were closed for 412 days. More than a year.
That is my math. I did the math in my head. That is more than a year.
Yeah. Still doing it. Divide by 4.
Carry the 7. Yeah.
No, not the 7. Carry 6.
Oh.
No, 7. You're right. That's the longest closure for Disneyland in its 65-year history. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody can verify this for me, I think that Disneyland opened on the day of my birth, which is July 17th, 19... Fine.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah, if you do the research, you'll know how old I am.
You know what? I don't know
wait a
my.
minute. That's not possible. I'm not 65.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so they opened before I was born even, which is a long time ago.
Yeah. I think I have some dirt in the backyard that's younger than you.
Probably not a lot of it. Yeah.
Gonna need a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about. All right, so now it's reopened, the happiest place on earth, and millions of people are going to flock in there in a minimized attendance ratio, of course.
Yeah.
Safety measures, face masks required, temperature checks, and distancing. Imagine those lines.
I can't.
And no character hugs. Don't be counting on no mini action.
I saw that all the characters are like probably 15, 20 feet away. They're like,
and they carry a bat. They carry actual baseball bat with them.
They're close enough so you can see them wave, but that's about it.
Ronnie, could you hand me shit through the screen?
Yes.
Could you?
I got something here that I think you might like.
Okay, what do you got?
It's a locomotive. It's an old, I don't even know what scale this would be, but it's an old 60s locomotive electric train.
Okay, all right.
And you know what? It makes sound. I can make it make sound.
Oh, that's what I want.
You ready?
Yep.
Woo, 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 woo.
The technology. Oh, my gosh.
Here comes choo-choo. Wait a minute. I'm not giving it to you. Give it back. Give it back. Thank you. Oh, what in the tarnations?
Oh, my God.
Lord.
You know what this is?
It looks like a telescope or something.
No. It's a drive axle. Automotive. Drive
Oh,
axle.
well, that's going to come in handy.
That's why it was so hard to get through the screen there. Look how long that son of a gun is. Look at that.
That's beautiful. Does it have the CV joint on it?
Yes.
Also, that's
yes,
included.
It does. That's amazing. That's that abyss. There's a lot of stuff there.
You can't discount the abyss.
No. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, let's see. In sports today, well, the Kentucky Derby was yesterday. My wife and I had a very funny correspondence about this. I'm going to get to it in a minute. So she says to me, "What time is the Kentucky Derby on?" And I said, "I think, they start around noon." And she goes, "Doggone it, that's the time of That's the time of Jacob's baseball game at noon."
Oh.
I go, "Well, it's not going to be held at noon. That's like a 3-hour presentation that they do. And then as an afterthought at the end, they put a race on. Imagine that.
A 2-minute race.
Yeah. And 3 hours worth of prelude to that race.
Right.
So she mentions that to me. And so I got that in the back of my head. We go to the baseball game. Jake hit another huge hit in T-ball. Went over everybody's head. It's on video now. It's on my, I shared it on my Facebook page. Go to Lou Gallagher and you can find it there. You can see Jake's hit from yesterday. But anyway, the point is that a couple hours passed, and then I was in my garage out here in my studio, and I noticed it on the TV. And so, let's see, there it is. I thought to myself, well, I need to pick a horse. You didn't watch the race, right?
I was working yesterday.
Okay. So I write to her, I'll take Hot Rod Charlie to win. And she writes back, what? I said, oh, for God's sakes. Kentucky Derby is about 25 minutes away. Now, it's at this point, I'm starving. We're home from the baseball game. You know, I'm out here. I haven't had lunch. It's like 2:30. And she writes back, soup and sandwich. And I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds good. Maybe some clam chowder or pea soup. Ooh, split pea soup and maybe a ham and cheese sandwich. That sounds delicious.
Ooh, boy.
So I write back, what? Which is exactly what she said to me. She goes, my pick. Oh, I thought she was talking about lunch.
No, not so much.
There was a soup and sandwich horse, but that's not the end of the conversation. Let me get to the end.
Soup and sandwich is so much better than a soup sandwich.
I wrote back, you finished last.
Oh, dang. Well, where would you expect soup and sandwich to end up?
In my stomach.
Yeah.
So she says, second to last.
Uh-oh.
And I go, did you not understand the game we're playing? And I said, honey, no, it wasn't second to last. That horse was scratched yesterday.
Well, then technically, yeah.
So the winner was Medina Spirit. Medina Spirit won the 147th Kentucky Derby. Oh, we got to get to Mantasy Draft here. In the final first leg of the Triple Crown. The win was a historic one because Medina Spirit's trainer, Bob Baffert, who is now the sport's sole record holder, he is the Jimmy Johnson of horse racing. He's had 7 career Kentucky Derby victories. That's out of this world. That's just amazing.
He's the GOAT right there. He's the Tom Brady of Kentucky Derbies.
Now, my horse went off at 5-1. Hot Rod Charlie.
Yeah.
I really like the owners. They're these young guys that got together and bought a horse for about $45,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Medina Spirit had the 6th highest odds in the field at 12-1. So they paid out some money.
Dang.
The favorite, Essential Quality, finished 4th behind Medina Spirit, Mandaloon, and Hot Rod Charlie.
I do like that name, though. Hot Rod Charlie. Boy, that's catchy.
I thought so, too. Okay, let's get to our Mantasy Draft. I got so much more to get to. People, look, get yourself a little more coffee. We're going to get to a lot of stuff here, okay?
You know what? Before we move too far forward, did you ever go to the horse races or the harness races out at Cal Expo?
All the time.
I love those.
Me too.
We did mainly harness racing. The horse racing, you really got to know something about the horses. The harness racing, it's wide open. Anybody could win the harness racing. It had a lot more to do. The driver of the horse, because it's not technically a rider. Yeah. They had a lot more to do with the win than the horse itself. The horses were all pretty equal, but it's all the pilot can really guide a horse. So, oh, we had so much fun, and we would bet, $2. They would probably stick around for 10 races, bet $2 a race, and go home down $20 or maybe up $50. So
That's what I was going to say. There was a couple times I'd gone home with about $50.
Yeah, yeah. So every once in a while and we would just pick them by names. We didn't get a book or anything and look at them. And I always tried to pick them. I would look because you see the horses trotting around before they run, before the race. And I'd go, that horse looks like he's pretty lively. I'm going to bet on him.
Yeah. And you know what? I always look for the horse at peas first because they're lighter.
Yes.
I know they pee a lot. Trust me. Speaking of that, the odds, I told you the odds on the horse that I chose, Hot Rod Charlie, were 5-1.
Uh-huh.
Now, Teresa, God love her, she picked a horse based on the name, I guess. She didn't even look at the odds. So, and a lot of people do that. They base it on something else, the name, whatever. Do you know what her odds were? 42-1.
Well,
she came in last.
He came in, they called it pretty close.
Or second to last, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, I think that the odds makers probably nailed that one. Oh, okay. All right. Here we go.
You want it over here, people, so you can see it better?
Oh, dang. Okay. Ooh, look at that. I can move those.
I think I got it.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, God dang. All right.
Okay, now, the way that this works is we're going to formulate a 3-person team here. We're going to pick what we believe to be the 3 best Saturday Night Live cast members of all time. Okay? So, hopefully you will, let's see if anybody's got any, Davio is in the room. Good morning, Davio 22. Kathy Garcia says, I've been watching Saturday Night Live since the beginning, 1975. So have we.
Yeah.
It was a big deal when that first came on.
Oh, it was huge.
I can remember, believe it or not, it's just dawned on me that in 1975, 76, 77, Ronnie and I were 2 years apart. He's 2 years older than me, but we were, in the same class, sort of, if you will, the same 4-year span.
Right.
Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is Friday night we'd go out and we'd party till 3:00 in the morning and come home.
Yep.
But on Saturday night, we wanted to get home in time to see Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
So you might, gotta go, 11:15.
There was no DVR.
No.
I don't think there was even VCR, honestly. I don't think
wasn't,
we ever taped them.
I remember I got a VCR when I was first married the first time.
Yeah, so you had to actually sit there and watch it live. There was no reruns, no YouTube to watch it on later.
Melanie Dodson says Eddie Murphy.
That's
a very
solid.
Good pick.
Solid. He's on my list. I'm not going to lie. He's on my list.
Steve Martin was a guest, not a cast member.
True.
I believe he is very close to Alec Baldwin for the number of times he's appeared on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I bet.
Phil Hartman, yeah.
I do remember Phil. I miss me some Phil Hartman.
Mm-hmm. Lorraine Newman and Garrett Morris.
You remember Garrett Morris's thing? He did the news for the hard of hearing.
Oh, that's right.
Where he would just stand back and cup his hands and yell it really loud.
That was comedy.
And you know what? And Garrett Morris, he's still on. I don't know if the show is on anymore, but Two Broke Girls.
I know. I watch it all the time. It's the worst show of all time ever.
It's terrible. He's the lone bright spot on that show, I think.
It's the worst show, but I love it. Ron, I've told you, that's the kind of TV that I truly love, is mindless stuff. And they're so close to being doing blue material on that show. They were pushing the limit every episode.
Yep.
They would
I
talk about.
liked it for a while.
They talked about
Until
vaginas. What? Huh? Oh, vagina.
There you go.
Sorry.
Are you saying fudge?
No, I'm not singing.
Okay.
Oh, saying?
Right.
Am I saying? Jane Curtin. Excellent choice. Chevy Chase, says Melanie Dodson.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
You, Billy Crystal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, you know what? Isn't this ironic that everybody's going old school with these?
See, so I'm gonna base, because I've got about half my list is old, and half my I'm gonna say 2/3 of my list is old, and a third is new.
Sasha says Adam Sandler. She says Chris Rock. Will Ferrell. Sasha's all over this topic, man.
Oh, she's
all over.
She looks like she's looking right at my list.
Okay, so I will go first.
Okay.
For those of you that are just joining us or watching us in the replay, we're going to do a Mantasy Draft here, where we each pick 3 people to fill our slots on our team. But we do it in a snake draft.
Right.
I've won the rock, paper, scissors, so I have the option of going first or deferring. And I'm trying to decide. I won the rock, paper, scissors with paper over rock. Okay, I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say John Belushi.
Oh, man. That's a good one.
So funny. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
Oh, the ninja optometrist.
Mm-hmm.
Samurai optometrist.
Right. Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
Oh, those are classic ones.
Okay, so I'm picking John Belushi to head up my 3-person team, and now we'll go over to Ronnie, and in our snake draft, he'll pick twice. Go.
And you just lost because you picked first. Because I'm picking probably the 2. You got. I think he's probably the number 1, but I definitely have the number 2 and number 3. I'm taking Chris Farley, who might be, god dang, if John Belushi's number 1, he's 1A.
When he falls on that table doing that character. And he lives down in a van by the river, right?
Yes. And then I'm also taking Eddie Murphy.
All right. Fair enough. Those are 2 very good picks, Ronnie.
Yep.
And now I will follow up Ron's 2 picks with my final 2 picks. And I'm going to go Bill Murray.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go purely based on his versatility, his voice, his mannerisms, his characters. I'm going to go with the late Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman. Yep. He's the sweetheart pick for sure.
Okay. And so now we need you. Let's see. How many people are in our room? 14.
I have to pick my 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ronnie. I thought.
Yes.
Oh, okay. My fault. I apologize.
And I'm going with Rosanna Dana.
Gilda Radner.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll go over the picks here real quick. Lou has John Belushi. He's got Bill Murray, and he's got Phil Hartman. Funny team. That's a good funny team. I've got Chris Farley. I've got Eddie Murphy, and I've got Gilda Radner. So let's go to the vote.
Okay, get them in now. We've got 14 people in the chat room.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I was just watching these because our post-production meeting the other day, I knew that this was going to be our Mantasy Draft. I was watching old clips of Gilda Radner. Oh my God. Her hair on Rosanna Dana.
Pulled back. Yeah.
It's like
that's right.
Huge puffed out. Yeah. Oh, and she's so damn funny. And Jane Curtin calls her because she's like a guest host on the show, and what does this have to do with that, Rosanna and Dana? So okay, I got to see my first vote
Kathy
is
Garcia votes Ronnie.
Kathy. Thank you.
Lou gets the win, says Joe England. Fadeaway Joe. Also, let's see. Master Joe 3000 says, "What's up, Ronnie and Lou?" Good morning to you, Master Joe, who just had a birthday, by the way.
Ronnie, Lou.
Jason says it's a tie this week.
Ooh, Jason for the tie. Okay, all right.
Now this is interesting. Vicky Hirth suggests Gilda Radner and John Belushi, yet she votes for you with Gilda and Chris Rock.
I'll take it. You need to get your wife watching the show. That'll be a vote. Well, not guaranteed, but
she does watch the show.
Live though.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She is awake. I noticed she was awake. Jason says there are no losers with this week's picks.
No, I think they're all solid. I love your team as much as I love mine, but
Rick goes Ronnie for the win.
Chris Farley is really.
Melanie Dodson has chosen Lou for the win.
Okay, 3-2. 3-2 now.
That's 5 votes. We need about 6 more.
Wait. Rick Clemenson picked me, so now 4-2. Farley.
Vicky corrects me, and she meant Chris Farley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I watched a little documentary on him with his family members and stuff. Tragic ending to what a funny man. And he was, he was tormented a lot, he had personal demons.
Okay, at 47 minutes after the hour, we've got 13 to go, so we need to get your vote in right now.
Yeah, it's 4-2. It could go either way.
I got much more info we need to get to before we run out of time, so
yep.
Please get your vote in. If you're going to vote, we're just going to, Melanie, you're right. Sad how many of these great stars have passed away.
Well, and not just passed away, but like tragically passed away. Phil Hartman was murdered, if I'm not mistaken.
By his wife.
Yeah. John Belushi died too soon. I think that was an overdose.
Yes, it was. Cocaine was rampant at that time.
Yep. And two of the, and maybe it just goes to the day that they perform, but Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, still alive, well, and acting in movies and everything else. So it is possible to be a comedian and live, but those guys had some sad losses with that show.
No more votes.
Come on now. We need one. We need at least one sympathy vote for Lou here because it's 4-2. Make it close.
Hey, I'm a big boy. I can take it.
Now what's going to happen is you're going to get 3 and you're going to blow me away, and then I'm going to be sad that I said anything.
Well, okay. You keep an eye out for that, and I'll do this story right here.
All right.
Let's talk about Tim Tebow.
Ooh.
I know what you're saying. That guy is so irrelevant. Well, wait just a minute. You've got to admire his determination. He's 33 years old, which is ancient by NFL standards. I mean, it really is.
Not Tom Brady notwithstanding.
True. Say what you wish, but here's a couple of things about Tim Tebow. First of all, praying isn't so bad anymore, is it? Also, he won't be trying out as quarterback. He's changed his direction completely and is trying out as a tight end / fullback at 6'4" and 235 pounds.
He's a physical specimen.
He really is.
Absolutely.
And finally, he's living his best life on his terms, wouldn't you say?
I think so. Yep.
Where do you stand on this, viewers? Tim Tebow. Sorry. Tim Tebow, who doesn't have a remote, you know what? I want to see him win. I was rooting for him when he was a baseball player with the Mets in their farm league.
Right. You know what? He has kept himself in unbelievable shape because how far has he been gone from the NFL? He's 10 years removed from the NFL, isn't he?
Sasha says Lou wins. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yet he still looks like he plays NFL football. He doesn't look any different than the day he was. In fact, if anything, he might be a little bit more chiseled now than he was then.
God, that in and of itself is an accomplishment at 33.
Yes. Yeah. So I think if anybody can do it, and he's an athlete. If you can play even at a semi-professional level that he did with in Major League Baseball, if you can play at AA, AAA, you're a good athlete. If you get drafted into the NFL, you're a great athlete. More than likely, he could probably play basketball too. 6'4" is a little bit small. He'd have to become a pretty good shooter and ball handler, but still, athletes are just a different kind of animal.
I'm rooting for him. I'm in his corner. NASCAR is in Kansas today for the Bushy McBush 400. There is nothing, and we mean nothing, absolutely nothing, on the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series schedule that can compete with the name for today's race at the Kansas Speedway. And it's so clearly the best, most ridiculously comical race name, it's not even close. Race sponsor Busch Beer let fans pick the official race name. Now it's starting to make sense to you, huh?
It sounds like you picked it, honestly.
Well, it's true. A guy that I used to work with, Rico, he just got a new dog, and it's a German Shepherd, and I suggested Barky McBarkface. Here, Barky McBarkface. Here, dog. Barky McBarkface. Brad Keselowski on the pole. Not because of qualifying, but because he won at Talladega.
Right.
And once again, for Kansas, no practice. They just show up and hop in. What you brung is what you got.
I think it's probably less of a deal for established teams than it is for teams in their first or second year.
Yeah, have to agree. Okay, and finally, in sports, where did it go? Here we go. I'm sorry, in science news. In science news today, SpaceX safely returned 4 astronauts from the International Space Station, making the first U.S. crew splashdown in darkness since the Apollo 8 moon shot. The Dragon capsule parachuted into the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Panama City, Florida, just before 3 a.m., ending the second astronaut flight for Elon Musk's company. It was an express trip home lasting just 6.5 hours. And you know how we talk about living in California, even especially in Sacramento, you're about an hour and 20 minutes from the mountains for skiing.
Yep.
You're about 2 hours from the ocean for swimming or surfing. You can go you could ski in the morning, water ski in the morning, and snow ski in the afternoon, or vice versa. Right. Well, how about this? It's not very often you get to wake up on the space station and go to sleep in Houston. Yeah. I always think about that when I travel.
There's another piece of space news out there.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
There's a Chinese rocket that has fallen apart. Imagine that.
A Chinese rocket that's fallen apart. Okay.
And its orbit is disintegrating.
Oh, no.
And it's going to come back to Earth.
Really?
Yes. And I think I heard them say that it's in its form right now, it's about 80,000 pounds. But in reentry, probably 2/3 of it, or maybe 75%, is going to be lost in reentry. But that still leaves maybe something weighing 20,000 pounds crashing back onto the earth. And it could land in the ocean, like, I don't know, what do they say, 2/3 of the earth is covered in water. So could land in a body of water, but there's also a pretty good chance it could just land smack dab in the middle of Florida or California, or who knows. Hopefully it lands in China. But so we got that to look forward to, which is nice.
Yeah.
We got that going for us.
Well, now there's a controversy as to who won the draft today. And I see that you're a part of this. I'm trying to direct the show here, so I don't have time to be messing around and commenting on the chat, but you do, evidently.
So here's what happened. Jason changed his vote from tie to you.
We don't have a rule on that.
Well, and so I gave it to you, but I had not given us each a vote. It was 4-2 before I moved his vote over from a tie to changing it to you, and that makes it 4-3. And I am the official scorekeeper, and so you lost.
Wow.
Live with it.
Dang. I guess you told me, didn't you?
I told the room in no uncertain terms also. So
Man, oh man. All right, well, I concede then. Your speech. Go for it. Your speech. Okay. Are you sure you got Sasha's vote?
Yes.
All right. Sledneck. Are you reading that one?
Yeah, I'm trying. The print is really small, and I really don't want to put my glasses on.
With his background and flat top haircut, Ronnie could pass for a Hale Bob Comet cult recruiter. Well, you are semi-retired, Ronnie. You got a lot of time on your hands. You should start a cult. The Corvette.
You know what I look like? Here, this is it perfectly. If you think of 1960s NASA guys,
right?
That were, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's who I am right now.
You have never in your life looked more like the Corvette Ronnie puppet than you do today.
It was a little uncanny. I wish I knew who did that because it was very clever. I mean, they got the narrative all wrong, but the puppets were unbelievably clever. So
I thought so.
I was flattered that somebody took the time and effort to make a puppet out of me and you and I.
Melanie says that'll probably land in California and start a wildfire. That's all we need.
Odds are that's exactly what'll happen, Melanie. You kind of nailed it. Yep.
All right. We're going to get out of here. Got stuff to do. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do that right now. We have 15 people, in the chat room. If you'd go ahead and click the thumbs up, we would appreciate that. Let's see where we're at. We're at 8. We're starting at 8 as we close.
We got some room for some thumbs up on your way out.
Please click that thumbs up right now. And while you're there, let me see, where is it? Right below that save button that you see when you scroll down, it says subscribe. Subscribe there, please.
Might as well.
Okay, we're at 8. We're looking for at least 7 more people to like the show. That's it.
That's about all I got. Yeah. Hey, I don't know, and this is a little self promotion here. If anybody is into old classic cars, I put a couple of videos up on my channel that you can watch. And my channel is just simply Corvette Ronnie. And they're from a couple cars and coffees that I went to. And there's some very interesting cars on there. And I'm a completely novice video editor. So, sorry in advance for my video editing skills, but Take a peek if you have a minute. They're only 5 and 6 minutes long, something like, or 6 and 7 minutes long.
Breaking news. We have breaking news.
I'm listening.
Corvette Ronnie's birthday is Friday.
Oh, that's right. Yes. And a week from today, Mother's Day. We probably should have done some Mother's Day gift ideas. By next Sunday, it'll be too late, unless you go to, the mini mart or something at the gas station.
Maybe that will be our Mantasy Draft. Things at the gas station you can get your mom for Mother's Day. That's it right now. I'm announcing it right now. Next Sunday's Mantasy Draft will be crap you can buy at the Stop and Go for your mom for Mother's Day if you've forgotten to get her something.
There you go.
All right.
See, there's still be plenty of time.
See, we're working even as we're working. We've got 9 likes. Seriously, people, you didn't like today's show?
I think it was the Bushy McBush face.
Could have been.
That turned a lot of people off.
My mom told me exactly what she wants. Really, what was it, Sledneck?
Did you tell her you're not moving out, Sledneck? I don't care what you want. I'm not moving out.
Too comfortable in the basement. Even the price and where to buy it. What is it? Come on, what is it, Sledneck? We got to get out of here. It's 9:01.
She's probably got to do a lot of drinking with him in the house. It's booze.
Now you're having fun at our viewers' expense, Ronnie. That's not right. Come on, Sledneck, hurry up. Here we go. Outdoor fireplace. Holy cow.
Ooh, dang.
Dang.
I want one of those too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Just charge them to your card and ship them.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. How much could it cost extra? Not much.
Shoot. They probably got one at Costco. You
We're
just go to
over here.
Costco.com. Yeah.
We're over here. Oh, Ronnie, before we get out of here, can you hand me something else through the screen?
I've got, you may need this later.
Oh, that's small. That shouldn't be too difficult.
It's a remote. Yeah. Ready? Oh, holy, is that another axle?
No, this is it looks like an air purifier of some sort.
Oh.
How did you even get that through the screen? Next week, you think you could pass me some smaller stuff?
Look, it came back. You put it right back through and it just came right back. I'm glad because I will need this to turn the sound back on.
Well, I don't have any room for it here in my little pseudo studio. So I had to put it back in the abyss. All right. We'll get out of here. We'll say thank you for watching today. We've got 11 likes and 15 watching. Please hit the like button. And if you aren't already subscribed, do it now. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And this has been Men Are So Freaking Smart.
Hey, I think it did it. Oh, good. Hey. Oh, wait. I think it did it. Oh. Oh, good. Hey. Oops. Oh, wait.